Saints fans, a win is a win. Wasn't the prettiest day at the football, but hey, we got it done. It feels good to be on the winners list once again for another week. 2 in a row. It's been a while since we've had that, so it's feeling good, lads. How are we feeling? Cardi, welcome back to Saints TV.
Good to be back. You could call me Mr. Fillin. Yeah, I'm one of those people that I'm happy to get on whenever needed, but yeah, it was good to get a win.
Yeah.
Good game. Got in the cheer squad, did the banner, got in early to watch the replay from last week on the big screen. And the cheer squad made sure to make some noise when Naz kicked the goal again. It's as if it never happened.
Yeah.
Didn't know what happened.
I loved that was the highlight of the whole day, was watching the replay and hearing the cheers in the stands before the boys even ran out. That was quite nice, and
says a bit about the quality of game we watched after it then, if that's the highlight.
This might be the shortest pod of the year. No, like, we played 2 semi-decent quarters. North were pretty good. We expected a response, didn't we? Like,
yeah,
we weren't going to
hope.
just... Yeah.
But no, you're right. The Naz hype was there, and it's just another week in this saga that we're all on. I don't know who did it. I know it wasn't the club, and I'm sorry.
Oh, really? It wasn't the club that did that?
I'm almost certain it wasn't.
Oh,
well, you reckon it was?
I've no idea.
Okay, I'm pretty sure it wasn't. Again, should have done my research before we jumped in. But whoever organised this, shout out to you. Fantastic. If someone can comment, we'll pin a comment or something like that. But all the "We Love You Naz" signs around, you can see it just on my top left shoulder there. But yeah, that was interesting. Every time he got the ball, it's just, I've never seen anything like this. The hype for a player like this. You were saying the "I love you" signs was like, I love you, Lenny. We haven't seen it since him.
When he retired. 2017, Lenny's last game at Marvel.
I think.
Or 14, sorry. 17 was Rui. Kind of weird. The vibe was like, it was like fun, unique, but also at the same time, I'm like, what does this mean? Like, it messed with my emotions. I didn't know what to think of it, but the whole sitting with Woody at the game and like the whole journey of trying to spot signs, like trying to be like a CSI Moorabbin type thing. Like, we're trying to find clues everywhere we can. And I'm like, did the club hand them out? They wouldn't hand them out if he's leaving. Oh, he's running out with kids. That means he's gone. Oh, but it's not his kids, obviously. Yeah. So it's Brad Hill's, I think, daughter or something. So like, there was so many little hints, and then the interviews we'll talk about, like, there's more to interpret there. But he was still stellar. He just plays footy.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I pretty much get anxiety every time he gets the ball, because then I just start thinking about, is he going to stay? Is he going to go? Oh, don't be too good. I don't want you to go to another club and win them. Like, the mind is just spiraling. But Cardi, how are you feeling about the Naz journey? We haven't seen you since the miracle on Marvel.
Well, you haven't seen me since he's probably gone up another couple $100,000 in value, and it'll just keep going up the better he plays. But no, I was just on Naz watch the entire game. Maybe it was because I had him as fantasy captain, but he once again just tearing it apart. And every time he had the footy, something happened. And yeah, when the signs were up, like when he had that mark going for the goal, I had a little pan around, and it's pretty cool to see. Like, as you said before, don't think I've seen it since Lenny with his last game.
He's got serious aura, this man.
Oh yeah,
serious aura. Like, there is fake aura, and then there's what he's got at the moment.
Absolutely.
And he knows it too, which I love, but he embraces it.
Yeah.
He's getting better because of it. Like, the energy that he's feeling, the fans, his teammates giving him the ball at every opportunity.
He's demanding it even more now. Like, just every option I get of like watching, he's just screaming for the footy. So it's like, just give it to him.
Even if it, like, for a regular player, like, it might not be the best time to give them the ball because they can't get out of it. But he'll find a gap or do a spin and turn something that would be a throw-in, like that run and 3 bounces, into a scoring opportunity, and
then he laces up. What was it, Max Hall
and Moose
Heath,
both missed, disappointingly, but he creates something out of nothing.
For sure. I mean, we'll definitely continue to talk about Naz throughout the show.
There's many voicemails as well.
I want something else that just stood out to me in the game was, like, I really liked Max Heath's game, because he's a guy that maybe, like, his natural footballing ability isn't the best you've ever seen, but he's just super competitive, and he always gives himself a shot on goal, whether he just competes in the air. Sometimes he'll drag it down, but he just forces the opposition to do something, wins a few free kicks. I think he just kicked the 2 goals, but he could have easily had 3 or 4. So I was really pleased with his game. He's probably not going to be like a best 22 player for us going forward, but I think he's probably, he's fighting for that list spot. So I was really pleased with his game, and the crowd loves him as well.
I thought his his tap work was pretty good too. Like when he went in the guts. Obviously, North didn't have their best ruck in, so we could sort of flaunt that a little bit more and put him in there. I think he was against Darling a couple of times in the centre bounce and won a few clearances, so that'll do his confidence the world of good.
Yeah, definitely. No, it's just nice to have a player competing in the forward line. Who else do we want to talk about? Anything in particular in this game we want to dissect?
Mitch Owens, I want to just give him a shout out. It was disappointing he did his hammy.
Very.
So that'll be his season.
Is that confirmed? Out for the year?
Look, I mean, we saw it. When I saw it, kind of, that's what you think.
Yeah.
So
3
even
games
if it's
left, you'd think, yeah.
Yeah, you just park it.
Worry and
it
kind of rush him or anything.
Nah, I mean, it gives the opportunity to play Steele more forward if we need, rotate him and McRae.
Well, what do you think of Steele starting as a sub?
I was very surprised to hear it when I was told, but I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it. Like we've talked about many times, we don't want to see a Steele McRae-centric centre bounce, and we didn't. We didn't. I mean, because he's the captain, yes, maybe there's question marks on that, but the captain can cop that. He knows that it's for the betterment of his team and his teammates.
Perhaps he put the hand up and, I don't know, maybe told Ross he's happy to, you know.
I mean, I'm pretty certain it's just load management. We'll talk about it later, but he's going into his 200th next week.
Yep.
Ross pretty much said in his presser, nothing to see here. He'll be starting in the team next week. It was just, those midfielders go through a lot. Do you want your captain to not play entirely, or we can manage him and put him as the sub? Collingwood have been doing it with Pendlebury and
it's not the first time the captain's done
not as out of the ordinary as it seems. Also, shout out to Rowan Marshall. Fantastic game from him. He's certainly making his case to stick around or earn a bigger contract. But what do you guys make of Big Row?
I thought he did what he was expected to do. Because, to be fair, Gawn dominated him for most of the game last week, and we all remember his kick to Naz, which kind of makes up for the first 3 quarters. You know, the win itself makes up for the 3 quarters, but without Cherry out there, you expect Rowe to have a 20, like exactly the game that he had, I was expecting.
No, provided targets. Probably would have been nicer to see him get some more hit-outs to advantage, but apart from that, I thought he was pretty solid.
I think there was a stat, it was like 36 hit-outs to St Kilda and only 4 or 5 were to advantage, but 19 to North and like 7 were to advantage, so the ratio was a little bit off. Yeah. Another reason why I think TDK is an option and why we want to do it. But he went forward, impacted, kicked a goal. He had a really good game. That'll be probably 2 Brownlow.
I think he got the 9 coaches. He'll get votes in the Brownlow.
Yeah, so a big game from Rowe.
I think it just goes to show, and I've harped on about it these last few weeks, that, say we get TDK and Rowe sticks around, I really don't think that's a bad thing. He can he can play forward, but he can play all around the ground. And I'm not suggesting we do this, but did you see in the Fremantle game, Jackson was playing as an on-bowler while Darcy was in the ruck.
He did that against us.
Yeah, there you go. So, and, maybe we wouldn't do that, but these big men who they can play around the ground, and Rowe's proven that. Maybe it's in the back line for wherever it is, and then it's the ultimate chop out if TDK comes, and he obviously has a rest. So yeah, lots of like. Also Hugh Boxall playing on the wing, thought was great, just clean disposal. He's sort of got a bit more of a bona fide role now, which is nice, because obviously it's going to be tricky for him to jump into that midfield rotation, but we still want to see him playing. So yeah, first year player, it just goes to show him, Garcia, Windy, those young boys, that next crop of midfielders are really starting to come through.
Yeah, absolutely. And more responsibility, more exposure.
Yeah.
North have got some pretty good young mids themselves, so it's a good test for them. And, if anything, the back line, still a bit of a work in progress, because Hunter Clark's going there, Hasty's down there now. Caminiti on Larkey was a bit of a, I don't know how you saw that matchup, but it was a little bit of a... First. The fact that he went off maybe almost saved us, because he could have easily won them that game.
Did he go off late in the third, or was it early in the last?
It was early in the last, I think. Yeah,
because he was
he had 3 at that point.
Looked like he was going to change the game.
Yeah.
Which he probably would have even more in the last if he was still playing.
Yeah. But we did, we dominated inside 50s, I think. It was 54 to 38. We had more scoring shots.
Yeah, we put a few away. We could have been up by 30, 40.
Yeah, Naz missed 2, which,
Moose missed a couple easy ones, but he'll get better as he plays.
Yeah, 100%. So, North fans could equally feel like maybe they could have pinched it, but then on the flip side, we can say, well, on another day, we probably put the margin beyond doubt at 3/4 time and don't leave the door open.
Yeah, no, as I said, probably not the most exciting game, but Did you guys? We get nervous.
Is that breaking news? Is
that Naz?
Hopefully, but nah.
Were you guys get nervous? Did you think we were gonna choke that one at the end?
I thought it'd be so St Kilda to hate that saying, but it's so true. Like I'm sure we're all thinking, great, we did what we did last week, but North are going to do exactly the same the other way around.
Yeah.
Like in the cheer squad, was it like a little bit nervous, a little bit quiet?
When Darling had that, he should have just kicked it. He went the handball.
True.
In the last minute, that was where like I was feeling, we've just coughed it up, but. Then I felt a little bit more confident when the ball cleared out. Then there was a deliberate call with a minute to go.
Yep.
But no, we held on, so that's good.
Oh yeah, how was that? The ball bounces. The trajectory is for it to fall into, I can't remember, Mason Wood's lap, but it ricochets out of bounds, and that's called deliberate. Just honestly ridiculous.
And 2 weeks in a row, I've kicked a goal after the siren.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say.
I didn't notice
Maxi Hole, right?
Has the club ever done that before?
Probably not.
2 weeks in a row.
That's a good stat.
That's another record Saints have broken. Maxi Hall, and he got a bottle thrown at him.
That is a good stat, actually.
He got a bottle thrown at him.
They're investigating someone in the North Melbourne cheer squad who threw a bottle at Max Hall after he kicked the goal.
Oh, that's true. Banned him.
The footage is it's blatant. You know, they're trying to. It's a empty water bottle, like a plastic bottle.
Yeah, still no
but still,
you can't be doing that.
Yeah, you can't be doing that. Absolutely.
But no, I loved just seeing this time of year. We're out of contention, but we're playing some good footy. Seeing all the players sort of just trying them around the ground. Taru forward, Hunter Clark off half-back, I'm really liking. As I said, Boxall on the wing. Steele, I don't know if we saw it on the weekend, but playing forward, which is something I really want to look further into after this season. But yeah, it's just nice seeing the Magnets move around, and it's just going to give us more clarity going into next year.
Yeah, more strings to our bow. I kind of like that we weren't reliant on the senior players yesterday as much. Like, Sinks had a great game, but we didn't need him to win the game. McRae was good but quiet at the same time. Obviously, Steele was a sub. Wilkie and Rowe were kind of the ones that carried the weight, but the rest of it was that 22 to 24 range. So, there's how can you not be excited? How can you not be pumped up? This week we'll get Filippo back.
Yep.
Wilson. Travalia potentially.
Yeah, Wilson racked up good numbers in the VFL, didn't he?
Yeah, he got 37 and a goal.
And Sandy won as well, so
it's always nice. Play as well.
Yep.
Yeah, sure. Well, can't say there's a heap to talk about from this game, but anything else you guys want to touch on?
Credit to the fans. I just want to shout out 32,000.
Yeah, absolutely.
To me, that is that's the benchmark for next year, Sainers. Yep. That's the atmosphere that we demand every single week. It was so good to see. Like, you would have felt it in the cheer squad, but even third level, it didn't feel like a ghost town up there. It was still pretty rowdy. Like,
pretty rowdy throughout the whole ground.
Yeah.
North fans also showed up a bit as well, but we don't normally see a crowd like that normally, but probably based off last week.
The 10,000 more, man.
Probably got a good 5 to 10K more than we normally get.
If they had to have announced Naz during the week before, it would have been a sellout.
Yeah.
But 32,000, awesome vibes.
No, completely
that's
agree.
The template.
It goes to show
year.
what we can get as a crowd if we start playing more, improved footy as a top 8 side.
Absolutely.
It also goes to show the excitement that Naz has on this fan base.
On seats.
Absolutely.
On seats.
And also, I love at Marvel. I hate at Marvel when they close that top half of level 3 and it's all these empty seats. It looks ugly as. I was fully expecting that going into yesterday, but yeah, like I said, 32,000. I was honestly shocked. Like, if you had asked me at the start of the day, I would have said 25 at best, at absolute best, but 32, fantastic. And you're right, that should be the benchmark. But yeah, the best way to get bums on seats is to win games and sign players like Naz. So yeah, I think that's about all for the game. But should we get into Mosh Man of the match? Who could it be?
So it was a tight one. It was between Rowe and Naz took the chocolates in the votes. I kind of felt like Rowe, if it had been him, no one would have thought it was a shock. But yeah, Naz, career best, not career best, but game high. I think it was inside 50 score involvements. He had 36. He only had 4 in the last quarter. So he could have easily
33 at 3.
Yeah, he could have easily hit that 40 again. Could have kicked 2 goals. And I think he had game high 10 clearances.
And meters gained.
And game high meters gained over 700 again. So the guy is, I don't even know. We can't really describe him in any, we've talked about him to death. We know how good he is, and everyone knows how good he is now, which is it's a good and a bad thing, really, because now clubs are going to come for him.
I will say I was shocked at probably how little attention he was given from North. I would have thought there would have been a lot more going to him, but I saw in the first few minutes, like, you know, Caleb Daniel, Polka, a few players pointing at him saying, oh, maybe someone should get on him. I was like, yeah, guys, probably someone should go get on him, but he ran around pretty much without a man all day, it felt like.
Is tagging just not a big thing, or is he just not tagged? Like,
I mean, it's hard when he's playing on all three lines.
Yeah.
He's constantly
he'll drag
moving
you
around.
forward.
Yeah.
He'll
And
take
he's
you
always
to
on the move as well, so it makes it harder for a tagger to stay on a man. Like, he was tagged against Sydney, I remember, but he just kept floating around and still made us stay in the game. Yeah,
so I don't know. I guess after the Sam Mitchell comments from a few weeks ago, we tried 3 blokes on him and we couldn't do anything. I don't know, maybe clubs are just kind of trying to negate the impact, so where the ball's going when he gets it.
Yeah.
You know?
No, for sure. Yeah, also, obviously, shout out to Rowan, had a great game, and Sinclair as well. I mean, we take him for granted. He just performs week in, week out, and had another really good game on the weekend.
Clark got a few votes as well. So
yeah, he was good.
25 disposals.
I like that role for him. That's where he started his career, on halfback, and he did well. If you move Naz into the midfield, maybe he's Clark's the replacement there.
100%.
If you're dealing with hair loss, Mosh is here to help with clinically proven treatment starting at just $24 a month. You can regrow your hair 100% online, no clinics needed, plus you'll get discreet delivery and unlimited support. Use code SaintsTV50 for $50 off your first treatment plan. Join over 60,000 Aussies already seeing results. Visit getmosh.com.au to get started. Time for some Jake's Junk Mail.
Let's do it.
Jake is Junk Mail. Jake is Junk Mail. Jake is Junk Mail. Jake is Junk Mail.
Beautiful. All right, let's get straight into it. This one's more of a statement, but curious to hear your boys' thoughts. Classic Saints saw it a mile away. Always play shit against the lower teams. It's
hard to complain when you win, but you're not wrong. It wasn't a great game.
Like, how many quarters of decent football have we played against Melbourne and North combined, you reckon?
This year or just overall?
No, the last 2 weeks. 8 quarters? How many good
2.5.
quarters? 2.5?
Last quarter and bit of the middle of the second and third.
Yeah. I mean, compared that to, like, you know, our stretch against Geelong, Hawthorn, Sydney, we probably played close to 3.5 quarter games.
Because we had to contend with the best.
Because we had to. So I don't know if that's a correlation where the boys are comfortable against these teams and less so, but credit to the opponent anyway. You've got to play who you play, and they're not going to make it easy for you.
Yeah, I mean, any side in the AFL, if they're playing well, it's going to be tough, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
It did feel different to last. I remember we played North in 2023, and that game was just the skills just overall were just abysmal. At least the skills weren't as bad this time around, and North actually put up a fairly solid effort.
Yeah, I agree. This is Spider. He said, should we try and make a huge play and trade for Ben King this year and help Gold Coast get Curnow?
I mean...
anything to destroy Carlton?
Would love to, but I think Ben King's... might need a fact check here, but I'm pretty sure Ben King's going to be a free agent at the end of next year, so I'll be holding off and going after him then.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if Collingwood are going for him, it's going to be hard, but we'll see what we can do.
Come home, play with your brother. It's a good pitch.
There's the go-home factor. There's the brother factor. We can swing that. This is from Yusuf Fornuri. Is it just me, or does Naz seem a lot less stressed? I think he's already made his decision with the birthday emoji.
Is that implying that he's made his decision to stay or to go?
What are the comment reader? Any emojis?
Hey?
Anything more to that?
Oh, it was the birthday one.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I haven't really seen Naz looking all that stressed all year, to be completely honest with you. He seems like a pretty cool, calm, collected kind of guy. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure there'll be more questions about it. But from most of the comments that were made by him and just, I don't know. Maybe it's just a feeling, but the signs still feel good to me. I know a lot of people will say otherwise and are feeling pessimistic about it, but...
Well, the longer it goes, the more pessimism other fans will have, but...
It's true.
Well, are you in the stay or goes camp?
I'm still in the stay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the stay.
All of the signs are leading to him probably staying, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah, in the fullness of time. How many times has Ross said that? I swear that's...
Oh, God.
He's hinting at a full campaign.
Would you prefer that or it's pleasing?
Yeah. Spooker11 says, I thought I would ask something a little bit different. How bloody good is Naz?
I feel like elite.
It's been that long. Like, people need to understand, like, from other clubs, that it's been that long since we've had a player that we could talk about this positively for this much.
Yeah.
Since Rui, maybe Jack Stephen for a stretch of games.
I mean, we were just talking about...
maybe not Jack Stephen.
Well, I mean, sure, yeah, Jack Stephen was a good player, but we were talking about his potential Brownlow contention or how high he could finish in the Brownlow, and even that is like, when was the last time you could say that? I mean, there was definitely Steele, but, it's a rare thing that a Saints player is within that grasp, especially All Australian, he's pretty much locked in. I haven't felt that way about a player for so long. But yeah, the Brownlow, that's a pretty interesting talking point. He's gone from about $150 to 25 on the betting odds. So, I mean, could he win it? Unlikely, but top 5 finish certainly on the cards. Top 3 maybe. He's got some good opportunities to pull some more votes these next couple of weeks.
Well, you do your own on your channel. Where's he at?
Yeah, well,
give us the
he's
goss.
Obviously started slower and making a big push in the last 4 or 5 weeks, but he's getting 3 votes every week for fun now. So
there's no bias on your end. There's just
no bias. The fans vote, but he's been top 5 just about now after last week, I would have to say.
So it'd be Anderson, Dacos.
So I would
Bailey Smith.
obviously Dacos, Dawson, Anderson, Rao would be in the mix,
and then
Naz probably pushes up now.
Yeah,
and he's got 3 more weeks to maybe get another 6+ votes.
And look at how many games those clubs have won.
Yeah, well that's
they've all won
right.
Maybe 14 games by now.
We've won half of that,
won 6.
and
6?
he's still performing.
Yeah,
just elite.
All right, let's move to some of these voicemails. I'll preface this and say I'm pretty sure we know what they're about, but let's go for it. All right.
Excited.
Geez, these headphones, credit to the producer over there. The headphones are elite.
You got an immaculate pair there. They look brand new.
Are they all...
Can we trade next week?
Got holes in mine.
All right, let's go with... we'll go with Les.
Hi, it's Les from Belgrave South. Been a Saints supporter for 69 years.
Let's go.
And I think we're currently on the right track. I believe the young blokes that we've got coming up will make a difference in the next 1 to 3 years. Go Saints.
Love the positivity there.
I mean, if he's been following the club for 69 years...
He knows
more
he's seen
than
it all.
The rest of us, exactly.
He understands.
I mean, genuine good omen. I like that.
Les, the wise one. All right, we'll go with Heath.
Maxie Heath.
Don't think so.
Okay, well, that was a terrible game. Seriously, we should have lost that. North played a lot better. And my question is, what do we need to work on in the next 2 games? Is obviously playing 4 quarters is one thing, but what do you think we need to work on? I think there's a lot to work on. Anyway, go Saints. Cheers. Keep it up.
I like that. I think the last 3 weeks our starts have been absolutely atrocious.
Exactly.
Geelong jumped us. Melbourne came out of the blocks. North came out of the blocks. I think that's absolutely... And that was your big thing at the start of the year.
Yeah.
Was the starts.
That's true.
We've chased all... Like, to be fair, the Geelong game, we kept at it, chased it, got within striking distance. They kicked away again and was at 5 goals. Last week, obviously, we know what we did. We did it late.
That's how we won the first 3 in the first 4 weeks. We started well against Geelong.
And then held on.
Instead of
chasing.
If we do that again against the bottom side, just keep on going.
Yeah.
That's how to get...
Sure, but also, I know this is a sort of a general statement, but just every single line, getting more synergy between them, getting more, games between those players, I think is just so important. It's about, building that chemistry and continuing to do so, especially that forward line. It needs a lot of work. So keep building that, especially the connections from the mids to forwards. Midfield's looked a lot better, but that's probably what I'm looking at is that mid to forward chemistry.
Yeah, I think Sharman plays a lot better when there's a target, like even Heath down there.
Heath
you can see that Sharman moves around, he's more free, he can go on the leads a bit more, so no surprises.
Just have a tall, competitive player there.
Yeah, 100%. This is Will.
Good win, 2 in a row, hopefully a couple more. Look, just thought I'd send a message through. Naz's post-game interview has me concerned. His body language, his answers. A lot of other people on social media are thinking the same thing. I think you'd have to have bloody rocks in his head to go to Port. And I think Crows are going to make a really big push for him as well. Just wanted your thoughts on where you think he's going to go. What's the likelihood of him staying? What else can we do to get him to bloody stay here?
I mean,
give us Dan Curtin and Saligo as a start. I'll be happy with that.
No,
not even actually.
It's honestly been slight, and I'm not make fun of this guy because everyone's been doing it, including me. But it's been honestly hilarious watching everyone overanalyze every interview, every word, his body language in the interviews. Like, what other player gets that sort of attention? So, I think to me, because it's funny because we talked about it before, I actually got a good feeling from that interview because I was like, he said, what did he say?
He said my manager in the club.
Yeah. He said, I'm sorting it out with the club. I was like, okay, that sounds better than not. But then you watch Ross Lyon's presser and he sounds a bit like, oh, good luck to him. And you're thinking, yeah, so I don't know. Let's just wait until we find out the decision because all this stuff could really mean nothing at the end of the day and they're just hiding whatever is really going on, which it sounds like no one really knows what's going on. But
they interviewed Rowe, I think, as well and asked him about it and he said, yeah, we love him, but we hope he stays. But at the end of the day, it's his decision.
Yeah.
That's all. I mean, they're all saying the vague generic stuff, aren't they? It's nothing groundbreaking. What's?
I was just going to say this.
Is he going to go full Wolf of Wall Street to Capra and go, I hate... Could you imagine?
Awesome. I'm sure the club will post
He'd get fined $50K like and we'd all chip in if he did that. 100%.
$1 a member.
Yeah. This is Ray... we'll go Raymond.
Hi guys, Ray here from Ashwood. Great game today. Naz again played really well. We'd hate to lose him. Hear a lot of talk from the commentators. If Naz leaves, goodbye St Kilda, pack up. I mean, that's ridiculous. If he goes, we deal with it, we move on, we get some good draft picks. I've got confidence in the club to deal with that properly and move on. If he doesn't want to be here, doesn't have to be here. But I'd love to keep him, and I love the player, and I love the boys and what they're doing. So just get a bit sick and tired of hearing about everyone loves to bag St Kilda. It's a positive news story. Naz is playing well. The Saints are starting to win a few games. So let's talk about that. Let's not talk about if Naz is going. If he's going, he's going. We can't do anything about it as supporters. We just have to support the club the best we can.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's the thing. I do think he'll stay, but if he doesn't, it'll sting, it'll suck. But we're going to have to get over it and move past it. I hope the club can sort out a win-win situation where, we get what we deserve for losing him and the correct compensation. So, but yeah, it's good. I like what the caller was saying. It is a positive story. We've got this fantastic generational player. Obviously, let's hope we can keep him, but let's celebrate that that's going on, and hopefully he sticks around.
Jack is next. What could he be asking?
Yeah, g'day, folks. I love the podcast. Just want to give a quick shout out to our captain, Jack Steele. He just seems like a top bloke, puts in the consistent work, and I get the sense that he can be overlooked a bit sometimes. And I believe it's his 200th game this week. So, just wanted to say, glad you're here, mate. Keep up the good work.
Yep, some positive vibes here.
No, completely agreed.
Let's go with Chad.
Good to get the love.
Chad had a poem last week or something, didn't he?
Oh.
Was it last week, Chad?
There was a few poems last week.
Everyone's just jumping on the poem train lately. I don't know
like
why.
it.
We'll go with Chad.
Chad again. Boys, I want to know what your thoughts are on the potential of Cooper Sharman going to the back line for 2026. With the return of Max King, I think that there is an opportunity for Cooper Sharman to go back and be that intercept marker, not too dissimilar to what Jeremy McGovern did for the West Coast Eagles. I think that Sharman reads the ball as good as anyone, but is able to leap and get to that highest point above all else in that forward line. And I think if we had him in the back line, we could really take advantage of him not being someone that can spoil like a Howard or a Taru, but actually taking the intercept mark and being able to run and carry out of the back line. with Wanganeen-Milera going to the midfield, it does open a spot up that I think Sharman would be ideal for. What are your thoughts?
What are your thoughts before I have mine?
It could work, but I feel like Sharman's too good of a set shot for goal to lose him at the moment. I think him and Max King.
That's a no deal for me, Chad.
Yeah.
I vote no. Essentially, what it sounded like you were describing is Taru. Like he's the high flyer. He takes intercept marks.
And he'll take more marks as he continues when he gets more confident as well.
We took
saw
3
that
rippers yesterday.
Exactly.
Absolute rippers. On Jack Darling as well, who's not a easy opponent. So, fair thought, but it feels like we're trying to move. People saying put Max King to centre half back, Sharma. We don't have any forwards at that point.
Well, it's saying Taru might be a better forward.
And Sharma might be a better back?
Well,
nah.
Well, I don't think it can work either way. So, yeah.
It's good to experiment with roles, and they're doing that. But, some players are in certain positions for a certain reason. Yeah.
And Lee Kalir, we can't forget, if he comes in...
Exactly.
He'll play that Sharman role that he's talking about.
Exactly. 100%.
And also, Cooper Sharman, remember in the 2020 finals when we were holding on to games...
Sorry, is it Ross calling now?
And Tim Embry would go back at the end of the games. I know you're going to roll your eyes. No, but genuinely, so obviously Skunk was a forward and he played well in that role. I see Sharman sort of doing that in tight moments of games. You're absolutely right. He does read the ball really well. So if we need to hang on to a game, he can go back and take that intercept.
They would
marks.
all do that. Marshall, TDK, if he's playing, they'll all go back and be that.
For sure.
That
but I think he would do it really well. Yeah. But stay forward.
So we all vote no on Chad.
No. Yeah.
Sorry, Chad. This is Tim.
Hey boys, yesterday's win is a win that didn't feel like a win, especially after the heroics the week before. Is that a good thing in our development, or is it just that we awfully play against North Melbourne? What's your thoughts?
I mean, if you play awful and you still win, I'd say you're probably means, you're the better side, because a lot of people are saying, oh, North played better. Yeah, you could make that argument, but we still won the game because, whether it shows a sign of maturity, that sort of thing. So, I kind of agree. It might be good for it's a good sign that our development is sort of working.
Yeah, and last week was, I think, Taru's first win in his career, I think. Yesterday was Max Heath's. So, we've seen, as fans over the years, we've seen wins, but some of these players have never seen wins. So... From their perspective, it's invaluable. So hold on to a game, sing the song, celebrate a win, have a beer like last week or whatever. That stuff that makes that binds a club, makes you close as a group. So 100%, I think it's still positive. I think the high of last week, it was impossible to live up to.
You can't replicate that.
We're not doing that 2 weeks in a row.
Nah.
So...
No, it's a great point, though, because, you think Max Heath is sitting around thinking, oh, that felt like a loss. No, he's just won his
he's
first
loving
game of
it.
footy.
He kicked 2 goals in a 9-point win. He's thinking I played a huge part.
Good point.
His emotion with his goals as well.
Yeah, he's
brought a lot of it. So, you take the win.
This is PJ.
Yeah, g'day, guys. Thank you for a great podcast, Jakey and Sammy and also Ari.
Thank you.
I just want to say a couple of things about Max Heath. I think he should be in our forward line, permanently at some stage. If Max King doesn't work out next year with his injuries, I hope he does, but we need a backup. So certainly we need to give him another contract. So that's number one for me. I think that basically the midfield is going well. I think a lot of changes have been going on, so that's fantastic. I think Naz in the middle is great. And we need to keep trying and error, but we do need a bit more tall on the back line. I know Dougal Howe might be around, but anyway, I just think we need tall players in our system, so up to you guys.
Yeah, well, first of all, I agree with the Max Heath thing. I'm not trying to put a ceiling on his career, but I do love him as a backup for us. If King goes down, if Marshall, Sharma, whatever goes down, he can play that role. But I agree with the back line. That's been a deficiency all year, losing battle. Howard's been out.
North had, I think, 5 contested marks before we took 1. And that's consistent across every game. We are just dominated in the air. When the ball's on the deck and we can play the ground ball game, we're at our best. But when it's in the air, that's when we get dominated. So But I think that's why we're linked to some pretty tall, handy players in the air that know how to take a grab. So, and obviously King will be able to do that when he comes back. And lucky last, Charlie.
Hey lads, huge fan of the show. Just want to talk about Naz for something completely different.
Yeah, we haven't talked about
his interview post-game yesterday didn't give much away, but it didn't sound too positive. I kind of thought if there ever was going to be a time for him to sign, it would have been one, after his heroics last week against Melbourne, and secondly, going into our last home game of the year. It would have been a good moment to kind of engage with the fans and things, knowing that he's signed. So I'm probably, being a negative Nelly and think that, he'll request a trade back home. But if that being the case, what actually does get it done, and what trade can Adelaide or Port Adelaide offer? I mean, Adelaide could I was thinking they might trade Dan Curtin back to West Coast for pick 1 and 2, and we get pick 1 and 2, but even that's probably not enough for Naz. I don't know what, when is the conversation start that he's probably, what we can actually coop for him. Cheers.
What do we think?
I'll tell you what, I was legitimately Googling body language expert. I wanted to send someone a video of Naz's interview and go, can you just decipher?
Just chucking it to ChatGPT.
Well, when she asked about his contract, it is it's a key point, but he does scratch his face, which is a tail.
This is insane.
Nah, look, nothing could get it done, I don't think. And I think, if I quote his agent from April, Benny Williams from Big Brother. He said, if I'm a betting man, I think he stays. And if I was a betting man, I think he stays. I think 2 years is the money.
Yeah. Bergman
signed in 2 years' time. Maybe that's something that could happen in a couple. Gives them time to come up with collateral. Yeah. But all the outside, that's all outside noise. They're making Saints fans. Saints fans are very delicate people. We are very sensitive when it comes to this sort of stuff. Ari hasn't slept in 6 weeks. I'm on big footy 24 hours a day.
You're counselling everyone. No, but I'd say I definitely agree with the caller that last week was obviously the best moment you could have announced.
Ideal for us.
But you've got to realise that
not for
they're probably after that they almost want to renegotiate even more. So then it pushes all the conversations back and it pushes the process back and more conversations have to take place. So I almost think that's probably more likely where they're like, we maybe throw in an extra 100K in here or there. Did you see what he did on the weekend?
Maybe it's not that. Maybe it's the years. Maybe it's the length. It could just be that. It could be he's thinking the option on the table is the money is done. But am I going to go 2 years or am I going to go 5 or 4? Because then that stretches it out and maybe the go-home thing is he's thinking, can I stick around for 4?
Yeah.
Because I want to.
Yeah.
So maybe it's that. And then he says, yep, I'll do it. And then big announcement and we're all happy.
Yeah. I feel like the announcement might be waited till the end of the season now. If it's after our last home game, I feel like
Ari doesn't want it. He doesn't want to wait another 3 weeks.
If we play our final game and there's still no word,
that's when I would be worried.
I would seriously start to freak out.
Someone asked me that and they're like, Jakey, you're pretty positive, but when would you start worrying? I said, final siren of the GWS game. If we don't know shit, I'm panicking.
Yeah.
So when do you think it's going to happen then? Because I feel like it might happen the week after our
I'll take a stab in the dark. I reckon within the week we'll know.
Really?
Yeah. I reckon within the week.
I bloody hope so.
I just want to go into the Richmond and Essendon game and enjoy him tearing up the Bombers and having 78 possessions and 7 goals. Like, that's a 6 Brownlow vote game coming up.
I hope you're right.
I don't know. Like, we honestly don't know. So, I can text Bassett after the show or something. Just ask him if he's got a dinner ready.
Sure. Is that all for the voicemails?
Yes, that is. Which leads us... Well, it didn't really lead us into the game, but...
There is a game to be played against the Tigers.
We keep forgetting. There's footy.
At the G, which is exciting. Love getting down there. So, really? like we said, we had a huge turnout at North. Obviously, it's not a Saints home game, but I can tell you that it won't be too hard to get a ticket. So, Saints fans, get down. It was good. Good having that crowd on the weekend, of course. Shout out to Dougie, who I ran into. But yeah, let's get down and outnumber Richmond for once, because that's how often do you get to do that.
And they're coming off a flogging as well, similar to North. And but we know Richmond on their day with the youngsters they've got a brand of football that if it's pressure first, Uze's got them playing that sort of high intensity game. When it works, they look really good, and when you can handle it and break them apart, you can score pretty heavily. So on the big MCG, I reckon we're on for hopefully a better show than what we saw yesterday.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, they've played some good footy this year on their day.
Yeah.
They can, they can certainly take a W, and I wouldn't be surprised if they take it right up to us this week. I think it'll be a good game, to be honest. It's a bit of a dead rubber, but I think both sides will be pretty competitive. Our record at the G, I don't know win-loss wise, but I do feel like every time we played there for the last 4 or 5 years, we've been pretty competitive. I think we like playing on that ground, using the space, as you said. So, yeah, I'm excited for this game. I want Nas to get another 3 Brownlow votes.
Steely.
I want to keep saying, let's talk about it. Jack Steele's 200th. I mean, what an absolute warrior for the club. That 2020, 2021 run was insane. He played a massive role in winning that final in 21, and he's been a really good captain for us these last few years. He's a player who you just described as leads by example. Maybe he's not the most vocal captain, but you watch the effort he puts in, week out, clocking 10 plus tackles almost every week. I mean, what a warrior, and he'll be going into the St Kilda Hall of Fame, no doubt.
Yeah, he's a ripper from the Giants. So it's funny seeing them tweet the Saints on the weekend.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have done that to him, Did you see that?
Yeah, well, they dropped Cogs as the captain.
Yeah, and I'm like, you're the one who traded him in the first place.
And exactly. So
you can't really say anything. But
what can you expect from the Giants?
Steely's. It's been a tough couple of years for him, but I'm kind of removing all that, and I just want him to have a ripper game on the G. Just go back to OG Steele.
Hopefully the fans turn out for him as well.
100%.
No excuses. Saturday, 1:20.
Yeah,
good weather.
Well, good weather.
We love to play at the G.
100%. We don't play there enough.
We want to play more games at the G, so let's get down.
Yeah, so I'm absolutely excited to see what he can do.
I want to see him kick a few goals. Like, remember in 2020 against, I think, the Giants, that game to get us into finals, kicking the dribbler. Goal. Yeah. Cheering to the crowd who was on level 3 because it was COVID at the time.
7 fans.
I think, that commentary lives rent-free in my head. I'm trying to... Well, it does. I used to. I'm trying to remember what it was when he dribbled it.
He's a
Saints are going to the final.
Yeah. 2-time best and fairest winner for the club as well. I think
Australian.
2-time All-Australian. Almost won a Brownlow in 2020.
Yeah, he was third or fourth.
So.
Yeah,
equal third.
So he's
Holdwell in 2021, I think, as well.
Yeah. So he's been around. Everyone knows how good he is. He's a contested beast. But hopefully the youngsters can carry a bit of that brunt on the weekend against a young Richmond team, and he can just have just a day out, just enjoy the footy.
Yeah, of course. And
the weekend.
I know I just harped on it already, but obviously about getting down to the game. Let's get down, support Steely in a huge milestone for him. So what else are we looking out for in this game outside of the milestone?
I mean, start well would be nice. We talked about that, but Richmond, like we said, are very much a momentum-based team, very confidence-based. If you let them get the jump, they can they know they're in the game and they're switched on. But if you can do like what Geelong's done recently to them, who do they play on the weekend? Gold Coast. Kept them only to 2 goals for the entire game. Obviously, Tom Lynch is out. Noah Bolto, is he?
He'll be playing. Or no,
he'll be playing.
He'll be playing. He doesn't have to go home just yet. It'll be interesting. But I think, we should be going into this with confidence. We should be coming away with the win.
Yeah, just
a game. Confident.
A game we just can't take lightly. Start well, bring the pressure. Play the wits to the ground of the G to our advantage.
For sure. Like we talked about, I just want to see that continued experimentation. Like, obviously not throwing all the magnets around, but just those little role changes and trying people in positions they might not necessarily play, but we can see them a future for them in that role. So that's just what this time of year is for. And as well, I think it's important to say, because there's going to be a lot of talk about online about, of course we're going to win these games at the end of the year, jump up the ladder, jump down the draft order. And I guess, unfortunately, we've had this conversation a lot lately because we haven't been doing too well. But I think my stance on that has never changed. You breed a winning culture. You win games of footy. The draft will take care of itself. Yeah, you want to get the highest pick you can, but the object of a AFL team is to win games, and that's what you do. And if you start trying to do anything but that, you compromise your entire culture.
Exactly.
Yep. No, I think. Well, we found the players we found in the draft. Look at Naz; he was pick 11. Like
exactly right.
Back the recruitment. I trust that. If we get pick 7 or pick 12, I think we will get a player that will fit and.
Well, if we didn't finish the last 4 games of the year last year so well, we wouldn't have got Taru.
Exactly.
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah. So there's always a silver lining. There's always something that can be discovered. So back in the boys, if anything, these last 2 weeks were the ones where we could have had a hiccup. But we didn't. But we can't lose the next. Like it would reflect really poorly for us, and obviously for being a destination club, you can't be losing to a Richmond team that are super young and depleted, and obviously Essendon, speaking of depleted, are very depleted.
Yeah,
that's another game where you've got to go into that and get the job done. You have to
win that one with good momentum. We go into the Giants game, maybe shake up their season.
I mean, they'll need to win that.
That would be the perfect way of finishing the year for the fans.
And their finals hopes?
Well, potentially.
That'd be chaos.
That would be awesome.
That'd be almost did it last year to the Blues. Let's do it to the Giants.
Yeah, and as well, unfortunately, we finished the year well last year, and we didn't really take that into this year. But if we win 4 out of our last 5, I mean that is a good way to enter the obviously 5 out of 5 would be great, but that's how you want to enter the preseason, on a high, feeling optimistic about the future. And if there's a chance that Naz hasn't made his mind up, it can't hurt losing games, winning games of footy. Sorry, so
careful there, mate.
But yeah, play to win, and let's hope that we can do that on the weekend.
Yeah, bring it on. I'll be there. You'll be there.
I'll be there.
And you'll be there as well. Awesome. Get to the game, Saners. 1:20 MCG Saturday. Jack Steele's 200th. Let's get the job done for him.
Let's go. Have a ripper, Steely.
Go Saints.
Talk next week.
Go the Saints.